Zip, are you sure this is a good idea? I'm not saying you're not good at the game, I'm just saying you're, very vertically challenged. I'm not sure if you should be goalkeeper. Alright, well, it's your choice. He's gonna regret this. Oh, hi guys. Long time no see. Sorry it's been a while. A lot of exams and such. Plus I've been playing the new game, so yeah, what you gonna do? I'm just trying to convince my friend here that him standing as goalkeeper may not be the brightest idea, but it's his own fault. Anyways, Mario Strikers has always been a fan favourite, so when Battle League was revealed, naturally many people were excited about it. Getting ready to go back onto the pitch and score some goals and completely murder the other people on the field. Like I said, very exciting stuff. Super Mario Strikers Battle League Football, yes guys, I'm from the UK, that's what the title is. So the game's been out for at least 2 to 3 weeks now, and the results are in about how much people like the game, and I was honestly surprised about how diverse the opinions were. Now that I've had some time to complete the game myself and play a couple around by myself and with friends, I think I've finally come up with my own opinion on what was good, what was bad, and honestly what it could have improved in. So, let's have a bit of a kickabout and find out what went wrong and what went right with this game, shall we? Now Zip, are you 100% sure on this? Alright, well, here it comes. Ooh. Oh, jeez. I knew this would happen. Hold on, Zip. Mario Strikers Battle League Football was released on the 10th of June and was developed by Next Level Games, which, as most of you should know, is the same people who created Luigi's Mansion 3. The game focuses on a football-like mechanic, except you're allowed to tackle people by pushing them into electric fences, just kicking the shit out of them, or by, well, throwing banana peels at them. Safe. This game has all of the features that the series is very well known for, and it was very exciting to see these elements in the trailer, and everyone was eagerly awaiting the release. And now that it's finally arrived, there's obviously been mixed opinions about the game, as I mentioned earlier. So like I said, let's go through about what I personally think was good and bad about the game. If you have a different opinion, that is absolutely fine. Feel free to post it in the comment section below. Let's start off positive, shall we? One of the aspects of the games that is very heavily praised is the overall presentation and polish of the game. From the animations of the characters to the music, everyone can agree that the game looks phenomenal. And of course, most people's favourite bit is the animations of the characters, whether it'll be sulking because the other team scored a goal, or just celebrating because, well, that's just what football people do. And it's nice to see that the general atmosphere of the entire game is very welcoming, but still exciting. Honestly though, seeing how Next Level Games did with Luigi's Mansion 3, I'm honestly not surprised at all that the animations and the overall aesthetic is very, very good. The very bouncy and graceful way that the characters are really help elevate this game and make it more fun to play. And I really like it when the characters celebrate their goals. Some of them you kind of expect, like Mario just cheering for himself. Some of them you weren't even expecting, like Luigi doing a little dance. I was not expecting that. And some of them were just so silly that they ended up becoming a meme. Looking at you, DK. The music of the game has also been very heavily praised. I was very worried before the game came out that the soundtrack would mostly be dominated with either pop, jazz or orchestral music, but I am so happy to report that they stayed true to the games and kept the soundtrack with pretty much rock and roll. So no complaints with the soundtrack, I think it's absolutely fine. The pictures themselves are decent. I was really hoping that we'd get more pitch designs for the game. Instead we just got mushroom, Castle, Deathland, Disney World's Haunted House, and the Jungle. Where's the rest of them? So, I mean, don't get me wrong, that the designs themselves are really nice. I did still like the way each pitch looked. I just wish they played a bit more of an elemental factor in the game rather than just being a visual change. So, yeah, that was a bit disappointing. I'm also a little bit disappointed with the gear that you can equip your characters with to help boost their stats, even though they make the character extremely overpowered, which is honestly quite fun. But the other problem I have is that there's really only 5 sets of gear to choose from. I would have really liked to see you actually be able to customise the gear a bit more, and obviously how you customise the gear will affect the stats of the character. So yeah, that was a little bit disappointing, but I'm still happy with what we got. But yeah, a little bit more variety with the gear in the pictures would have been very much appreciated. But hey, they're not all that bad, so I can't complain too much. Okay, I think I've gushed enough about the aesthetics and the general atmosphere of the game enough. What about the actual game itself? Well, I'm honestly conflicted. This isn't gonna cost a lot, is it? Phew, thank God. See, on one hand, I do think the game is very fun to play. Mostly. And I really did enjoy playing it, and I'm still playing it now with friends or even on my own. Or at least the ones who come over, but we'll get to that a little bit later. It's still really satisfying when you score and the character celebrates, and pulling off a hyper strike is still the most satisfying thing in the world, especially when you get a perfect shot. Even though, let's be completely honest with ourselves, this tactic is very, very broken.
Here we go.
But when it comes to the controls and learning how to perform all of the different passes, moves, and everything else you'll need in the game, oh my gosh, was this a chore to do. Now, when it comes to training, they start out simple. Just kick the ball, tackle a player, pull off a hyper strike, learn how to dodge. It's quite simple. But then you're thrown into a match and you've got to do each of the things that you've just learned 5 times in the matter of 60 seconds. How? Overall, the training tasks are not very well put together. I think I only did about 2 lessons before I got so irritated that I couldn't do what they asked me to do, so I ended up just quitting and going straight into a normal match and just learned that way, which honestly was a lot more quicker and less of a headache. Also, I don't know if I'm the only one who got this problem, but did anybody else find the controls a little bit complicated? I got a lot better as I continued to play the game, but I kept mixing up the buttons, like which one was to pass, which one was to shoot. I mixed them up a lot, and especially using the R and L buttons at the same time. For me, I just found the controls very, very overcomplicated. I got a lot better as I continued to play the game, but the fact that I kept mixing up the buttons a lot, for me, I think I would have just preferred it if they just simplified the controls a little bit. But that's all I really can say on them. Other than that, the training and the complexity, that, you know, they did their job eventually, and I could still play the game with not many problems, but I just think those 2 elements really should have been thought through a little bit more, or just to polish them off a bit. Now, on to the character selection and the online aspect of the game. Honestly, I'm very disappointed. The game really doesn't have a proper online mode. You have online clubs and that's great, but when the season's not happening or hasn't even started, since it didn't when the game first got released, you had to wait at least another week before you could actually play online, which was stupid. There's no other way you can play online outside of the season and outside of the clubs, which honestly really sucks. In fact, this only hinders the game and makes the game very disappointing for people, because that's the whole reason they bought it. because it flat out said that online play was going to be into it. Now, yes, it did mention only the clubs and not proper online 4v4, but people just assumed that they could just join up in a team and then battle people across the world. But that didn't happen. We had to wait for the season to start, which, you know, really shouldn't fly when it comes to these types of games. Online should be available straight away, not just when you go, let's just publish the game a week early. That'll be alright, they won't complain. Really? And how did that exactly work out for you, Nintendo? Now, personally, I'm not an online player. I don't exactly enjoy it, and it's just not my thing. I'd rather either play on my own or play with people that I invite round. But even I can see that not having a proper online mode really hinders the game and defeats the purpose of having Strikers on the Switch in the first place. This was such a golden opportunity for Nintendo and they just didn't do it, and I don't know why. Now, onto that character select screen. Where is everybody? Seriously, where are all the other characters that we were expecting to see? Like, I'm sorry, like, you've only given us, what, 10? That's it? That's all we're gonna get? Where's Daisy, Birdo, Junior, Pauline, Diddy Kong? Where are they? Why are they not in the game? Don't get me wrong, I do like the characters that we have, and all of them are animated and are great in gameplay, but the roster's just so small. What happened? Did their invitations get lost in the mail or something? Wait, wrong game. Okay, but my point still stands. What is the point of creating a football game if we don't actually have the players to play it with? Well, at least we got some characters that I was expecting, and hopefully they'll fix this problem. There have been a lot of rumours that Strikers will get a DLC, but do you know what would be better? If Nintendo just releases the game with all the elements in it. Because let's be completely honest, even though I'm enjoying the game, I'm not going to be playing it, you know, for the next 7 months or so. I might put it away like I do with most of the games that I do when I finish them. Because I have finished all of the cups, and really, after you've finished all the cups, what is there to do? There's really not much else I can do. I've bought all the gear, won all the cups, done a load of matches. I don't play online, so there's no point. So really, the game's over for me. There's not enough content to... It would have probably been nice if you added like maybe a story mode or something. I don't know. Something for us to actually get more invested in. Oh, jeez, I went on a bit of a rant there. Wow. So, overall, what did I think of Mario Strikers Battle League Football? I still think it's a fun game, despite of what I've pointed out. I've played hours upon hours with this game, either by myself or with friends, when they are with me. So I can't say that the game completely blew it. It does have its benefits and it is still legitimately fun to play. But I can't really say that this game blew me away either. Honestly, the game for me was just okay. And if there was a little bit more content, I would have given the game a higher score. Now, I know that there might be more content coming out, but it would honestly help if everything was available at purchase. Not for us to wait around for a free DLC. If the game is not complete and it doesn't have all the elements, then just push back the release date. Honestly, I don't think anyone would have minded. Maybe you should take the words of a certain man and take them to heart. Overall, I give Mario Strikers Battle League Football a 6 out of 10. But what do you guys think? What's your opinion on Mario Strikers? Did you love the game and the content that came with it and think it's the best game on the Switch like these people do? Or do you not like the game and just never thought it was worth your time? I'd love to hear what your opinions are. Post them in the comments section below. Also, I might as well mention this, if you're interested in getting some artwork from me, you can visit my DeviantArt. Here are some examples on the screen about what you can possibly ask me for. Just send me a note over there and we can discuss what you would like. Anyways guys, I am Aza and thank you for watching. Now Zip, we agree that you are not fit to be goalkeeper. Excellent. Now, what I want you to do is just to sit on the side and not get into... What? No! Why would you do that? That is so stupid! Zip, wait, Zip! You guys are going to be available later, right? Because I have a feeling we're going to be coming back in about 5 minutes. Make that 2.